no discretion for the court to decline, and in particular, Section 3 of the 14th Amendment protects the Republic from oath-breaking insurrectionists because its framers understood that if they're allowed back into power, they will do the same or worse. Section 3's plain text bars Trump from ever holding office. And this court, as directed by the Minnesota Legislature in Section 204B.44, must exclude Trump from the ballot. No discretion for the court to decline, and in particular...
What I'm concerned about, though, let's say you're right. Let's say we agree with you that Section 3 is self-executing and that we do have the authority under the relevant statute to keep Mr. Trump's name off the ballot. Should we?
William Belknap impeachments where somebody was out of office.
Because it does seem to me that you run square into the problem that Chief Justice Chase talked about in Griffin, where you have the potentiality of 50 different states who, depending on the nature of the statutes in those states, deciding this question differently, deciding whether states have the right to determine who's eligible for a national office. And that concerns me, that you have this possibility for, as Justice Chase said, for just chaos. So should we do it, even if we could do it and we can do it?
Section 3, there is no dispute that in the barred...
I mean, it is kind of weird that the word president is not included in the language when all these other specific offices, in a sense, are. I mean, I
would receive amnesty from 2/3 of both houses of Congress. He hasn't.
So there's this interplay, it seems to me, with many other constitutional provisions, like the 12th Amendment, and those all seem to suggest that there is a fundamental role for Congress to play and not the states. Because of that, and the impeachment comes to mind just because of the reasons that qualify for impeachment. They're very similar to what you're arguing and what Section 3 of the 14th Amendment provides. So it's that interrelation that I think is troubling, that suggests that this is a national matter for Congress to decide. Nelson, representing Donald J. Trump.
There is no more political question in our constitutional order than who should be president. That's the predominant feature of our national political conversation, and the Constitution itself devotes more words and more provisions to how we decide that question than just about any other. It's for that reason that when parties ask the courts to step into that process and to decide who can or can't be president, the courts overwhelmingly say that's not a decision that should be made in the judiciary. That's a decision that should be made elsewhere.
It is concerning to me that if section...
The reason is that there's nothing for the courts to decide about the eligibility question, right? In that, with the 27-year-old, everyone knows that person is ineligible. Everybody agrees that person is ineligible.
And we will make our decision in due course, and we are adjourned. Thank you.